Today we'll talk about what a plant-based diet is. Please welcome Melanie Ajanwachuku and Renee.
Hello. We hope you have been following our series for the health of it, and if so, welcome back, and if not, welcome now. But we really do hope that you'll go back and catch up, because we believe the information is very valuable and we are dedicated to your best health. The choice of topics for our discussion has come from expressed interest in nutrition and lifestyle, and what a difference it makes in helping us cope during this era of COVID-19, the coronavirus. We are here today to discuss plant-based eating. And plant-based eating, what it is, depends upon whom you ask. So in general, it means having a great proportion of your food intake as plant food. So I'm here today with Renee, and I'm very glad to be with you. I understand that you have some questions, and I hope to be able to answer them in our discussion. So for the health of it, let's get to them.
Thanks for having me, Melanie. This is actually a really exciting topic for me. I've been vegetarian and vegan on and off since I was 14 years old, so I do get a lot of questions about the plant-based diet and the plant-based lifestyle. The first question I have for you today is, how are people who are curious about this plant-based diet, how can they transition into eating more of a plant-based diet?
Okay, well first, understanding that the plant-based diet has lots of scientific backing on it really improving health and well-being and preventing disease is so very important, because it starts with our minds, you know. When we want to make a change, change is one of the most difficult things for an adult to do. So if we get our mind set that this is important because it's going to mean better health, better longevity, a longer lifespan, then that does help. And then we begin by making small changes. So maybe we just start by having one meal a day as plant-based. Other things we can do is fill up half of the plate with vegetables, and that makes it really easy. Then we'll have smaller portions of the meat, and that's really our goal. And progressing to cooking well, because food needs to be seasoned well and taste good, because we don't care how good it is for us. If it doesn't taste good, we're probably not going to eat it. So really looking up some good resources, getting some good recipes, and bring your family in. If you have children and you want to get them involved in the cooking, it's good. Husbands are usually a little bit more difficult, but sometimes you'll be surprised. They may come in with some good ideas. So really involving the family, make it a family thing, and progressively allow yourself to embrace the change. Our taste buds will begin to notice and recognize change and adapt to change within 2 weeks. By 6 months, you've got it down and you're ready to roll.
Interesting. Those seem like some pretty good strategies on how people can gradually make a transition into including more plants in their diet. The second question I have for you today, and I see a lot of conflicting information on the internet, is eating soy products good or bad for you?
Absolutely, there is. And the internet is a wonderful resource, and it'll drive you right out of your mind. So as with anything else, we always want to check for credibility, because truly the way research is done certainly makes a big difference. And so very often studies are done with animals and then extrapolated or interpreted as being similar outcomes, as having similar outcomes in humans. That is not necessarily true. So when we look at the studies that have been used with humans, we find that eating soy is very healthy. It is low in fat, it's low in cholesterol, it's high in protein, it's rich in vitamins and minerals and fiber. And fiber is really, there's a growing understanding of how important fiber is in the diet to help us with good processing of our food, to promote good healthy bacteria in our gut, which makes all the difference in our health and our well-being. So check out your studies, find out where they're coming from, and be encouraged. Really having as much as 4 servings a day of soy food is perfectly fine.
Okay, so my understanding now is to eat more of the natural soy products and definitely stay away from the overly processed soy products.
Absolutely. So best choices on soy would be things like soy milk and tempeh and tofu. Milk, though, that's made from the whole soybean is really important. So the soy isolates, easily digested, but don't necessarily have the nutritional factors in them. It can actually have some anti-nutrients in them, which can inhibit protein and mineral absorption. So yes, always, as in all of the recommended regimens, we want to eat whole, unprocessed foods.
Okay, that makes sense. My last question for you today is, and I get this all the time from people constantly asking me this, are there any kind of supplements or vitamins that people should be using when they are eating a plant-based diet?
Okay, and so again, I revisit, it depends upon what that means, that plant-based diet. For an individual that's truly excluding all meat products, then yes, probably so. B12 comes to mind because B12 is very difficult to get outside of the animal kingdom, but also supplementing with things like iron and iodine and magnesium. The omega-3s, which are essential fats important in most of the body processes, including structural development and operation, are very important. So zinc can be of concern, and so can calcium. So if it's really going to be a plant-based vegan diet, it's not a bad idea to get some assistance. Ask a registered dietitian to give you some direction and make sure that you're getting a complete diet. So in review, Renee, such a wonderful question. Plant-based diets are certainly growing in popularity and our understanding of how nutritious they are. So getting a plethora of, an abundance of fresh fruits and vegetables, and also whole grains and beans and nuts and legumes, very, very helpful in the diet, and helps to promote healthy gut bacteria, which is very important for our well-being. Renee, it's so nice to have been here today with you. I really appreciate the questions, and I hope that I've answered them. And as we say, for the health of it, eat well, be well, and stay healthy.
Thank you, Melanie. It was so nice to be here with you today. Thank you for your time. I hope everyone watching this video has learned a lot about the plant-based diet, and hopefully they can start to transition into eating a plant-based diet, whether it be one day a week or one meal a day.